In this class we will look at how to create and modify sizing styles and how to edit existing quotas in the project. To get started, open the file provided in this class. We'll start by learning how to modify or create a sizing style. To do this, we click this arrow in the title bar of the panel. In the box that opens, we click this button to modify the selected style, or this one to create a new style. We will create a new style by clicking on New, based on the ISO 25 style and setting the name as dimensional. We confirm the box and the style configuration window opens. In the first tab, Lines, we specify the appearance of colon sizing lines. The spacing of the call line relative to the model, and whether the call line will be suppressed on one side of the quota. We can also specify the distance that the sizing line will have from the model. In symbols and arrows we define the style and size of the arrows, the size and style of the center marks, the size of the quota break gap, the display of the arc symbol, the display of lightning sizing, and linear dimensioning with deviation. In the Text tab we define the style and dimension of the text that will be used in the quotas, the alignment and distance of the text from the sizing line and calling lines. In the Fit tab we define how the arrows and texts will be displayed in the quota, for example, whether they will be displayed inside or outside the call lines. In the tabs Primary and Alternate units we define the precision, the dimensional format, which can be decimal, fractional, scientific, among other formats, and the separator used for decimal places. In these tabs we also define how the sizing of angles will be displayed, whether in degrees, minutes and seconds, decimals, grades or radians, and their accuracy. Finally, in the Tolerances tab we define how dimensional tolerances will be displayed next to quotas. Here we can choose between symmetric tolerances, deviation, where we specify the maximum and minimum deviations that the measure can have, limits, where we specify the maximum and minimum dimensions that the element can have, and basic tolerance, where a box is displayed around the dimensional. Here we also define the alignment of the dimension with respect to tolerance. Set up all the details of the style, we confirm the box. Let us now study some dimensional editing commands. To break the call lines of a quota when it crosses another quota or the model itself, we use this command. With it active, we select the quota that will have the break inserted in the call lines and confirm the selection with an enter. See that it is now easier to identify part contour and quota lines. To line the dimensionals to the left, center or right, we use these commands, C. To adjust the angle of the dimensional text to make it easier to read, we use this command. This other command makes the call lines oblique, C. To create continuous dimensions or starting from the same baseline, we use these commands. Before explaining them, we trace a freehand figure that presents 3 underdowns. Note. Now we activate the scaling command and add a dimensional to this body. Next, we activate the continue command. See that now just click on the other points to fix the remaining quotas, and note that they continue from the last quota you entered. Let's insert another dimensional to study the baseline option. See that in this option we will also click on the other points to fix the remaining quotas, but they all start from the same point. To edit the text of a quota, we must double-click on it. Let's insert in this dimensional the diameter symbol and the adjustment sign in this hole. To insert the symbol, we place the cursor in front of the quota and, in this option, select the diameter symbol. To insert the adjustment, we position the cursor at the end of the quota and type H7. We click on the graphic area to confirm the edit and click Escape to exit the quota edit mode. And so we finished our class, where we learned to edit and create styles off-sizing. We also saw how to edit existing quotas in the project.